Have you ever really stopped to think about the unsung heroes in any operation? Those vital tasks happening behind the scenes that just keep everything humming along?
Absolutely.
We're talking about maintenance and, well, in a dental office, this isn't just about wiping down the chairs, is it? It seems far more intricate and frankly critical than maybe most people imagine. Goes way beyond just the patient care itself.
Oh, it's completely true. The precision of all those tools, the longevity of that incredibly expensive equipment,
Hmm.
and really ultimately the safety of every single patient. It all hinges on diligent upkeep.
Right.
Without it, nothing else works properly. And that can lead to, well, costly repairs or even worse, compromised patient care.
Exactly. So, welcome everyone to a deep dive into this fascinating, yet, let's be honest, often overlooked world of dental equipment maintenance.
Hmm.
Our mission today is really to extract the essential nuggets of knowledge, you could say, from sources originally put together by the American Dental Association and shared over on a Dental Town message board.
Yeah, great resources.
We're hoping to offer you a bit of a shortcut, really, to understanding the core routines, helping you see the critical why behind each what.
And by the end of this, you should have a really clear picture of the essential tasks, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, even the annual stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll share some crucial general tips, too, for anyone who's responsible for keeping this complex equipment in top shape. Because, it's as much about having the right mindset as it is just following a checklist.
Okay, perfect. Let's unpack this then. What does a dental assistant's day actually start with, equipment-wise? It can't just be like flipping an on switch and grabbing a coffee.
Definitely not. Far from it.
Yeah.
The start of the day involves several really critical checks. It's all about setting the stage for safety and efficiency.
Go.
So you begin by turning on the main systems.
Yeah.
The compressors for the air pressure, obviously the vacuum, for suction, and the main water lines.
Gotcha. The big three.
Right. Then it's essential to check the fluid levels, specifically in the sterilizer,
Mm-hmm.
the autoclave that cleans instruments with heat and pressure, and also the X-ray processor if you're still using one that develops film.
Oh, okay.
Top those off if they need it, because running low can mess up your results or even, damage the unit itself.
Makes sense.
And if your office uses a central system for gases, you'll need to activate the delivery systems, that's basically the hoses and instruments at each dental chair, and then open the nitrous and oxygen tanks.
Right.
You also need to check the ultrasonic solution. That's for the pre-cleaning bath for instruments. Check it, change it if needed, just to make sure it's working effectively.
Okay.
And for offices with those self-contained water systems, especially if they purge the lines every night, you want to run the hand pieces, the drills, and push the water buttons on the air water syringes. That establishes the water line pressure.
Clears the lines.
Exactly. And then, of course, refill the water bottles for those self-contained systems. Got to ensure clean water is flowing for patient care right from the start.
Wow, that's quite a bit before the first patient even sits down.
It is.
And just as crucial as getting off to a good start is, well, winding down properly at the end of the day. It's sort of like putting the equipment to bed, right? Making sure it's ready and resilient for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Spot on. The end-of-day routine is all about preparing for the next day and ensuring equipment longevity,
Mm-hmm.
preventing those little issues that can sort of compound overnight.
So what are the key steps there?
Okay, first, clean the sterilizer door gasket. Use a soft cloth and just some mild non-antibacterial liquid soap.
Yeah.
If you neglect that gasket, you can get steam leaks.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that compromises how well it sterilizes and can potentially damage the unit over time.
Yeah.
That means costly repairs, downtime. Not good.
Definitely not.
Then you need to clean out or change the chairside vacuum traps. These are the little filters that catch debris, from the patient's mouth. The gross stuff.
Yeah, basically. And make sure you put the lid back on securely. If those get clogged, your suction power just tanks. Makes procedures really messy and inefficient.
Okay.
After that, run vacuum system cleaner through all the vacuum lines, prevents buildup, keeps the suction strong.
Like drain cleaner for the dental office?
Sort of, yeah. And if your sterilizer has one, empty its waste bottle or tank, then finally turn everything off. Delivery systems, O2 and nitrous tanks, sterilizer, compressor, vacuum, main water line, just shut it all down.
The full shutdown sequence.
Exactly. Oh, and a specific detail for DenX processors, common X-ray unit type, you should remove the cover and slide the solution tray covers aside. Lets the chemical vapors escape.
Good tip. Prevents buildup.
Yep. Helps maintain image quality.
Uh,
And if you are using those self-contained water systems, you'll want to dry the water lines by purging them with air. Stops bacteria from growing in there overnight. Got it. So, okay, if that's the daily rhythm, the start and end, what does the weekly schedule look like? It feels like it probably gets a bit more involved, right? Hints at some deeper maintenance.
It definitely steps up a notch, yeah. Weekly maintenance includes a really thorough cleaning of the sterilizer inside, outside the reservoir, prevents mineral buildup that can mess with performance,
Okay.
and here's a critical safety check. You need to pull the autoclave safety valve ring. Might need pliers. This little ring is a vital pressure relief valve.
Right.
Pulling it just confirms it isn't stuck. You do not want that failing under pressure.
Definitely not.
You also need to check the sterilizer filters, and this is super important. Perform a spore test
The spore test, why is that so vital?
because it uses really resistant bacterial spores to verify the sterilizer is actually killing everything, all microbial life. It ensures patients are protected from infection. It's a non-negotiable safety step.
Okay. Critical.
Absolutely. While you're at it, just check the sterilizer is level. An uneven unit might not work right.
Good point.
Yeah.
What else for the week?
You'll inspect those chairside trap screens again, and also the O-ring in the lid.
Yeah.
Check for wear, replace them if they look iffy, and always put that lid back on securely.
Right.
And don't forget the central vacuum and main waterline filters. Check them, replace or clean them out. Dirty filters just reduce efficiency and can strain the equipment.
Makes sense. Like changing the filter in your furnace at home.
Kinda, yeah. And importantly, check the amalgam separator. This isn't just about, taking a compliance box. It's crucial for stopping harmful mercury getting into the wastewater. Big environmental responsibility there.
Okay. Very important.
Then for the vacuum system itself, you want to actually disassemble and lubricate the vacuum valves, the HVE and SE valves, that's high volume evacuation, and the saliva ejector.
Ah, the suction tips.
Exactly. Lubricating keeps them working smoothly, prevents sticking, other weekly things. Clean the ultrasonic cleaner unit, clean the operating light reflectors and shields for good light, check the oil on oil lubricated compressors.
If you have one of those.
Right, if it's oil lubricated.
Yeah.
And drain the compressor tank. I once saw an office where they skipped draining the tank for ages.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the rust and sludge inside was unbelievable. Cost them a fortune in repairs and downtime eventually. Lesson learned the hard way.
Ouch. Okay, drain the tank. Got it.
And for processors, clean the racks according to the manufacturer's instructions. Finally, empty and clean out the bottles of those self-contained water systems and clean the boiling chamber of the water distiller if you use one. Just ensures clean water is always available.
Wow. Okay, that is a comprehensive weekly commitment. Seems like a lot, but clearly necessary.
It is.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture then, these less frequent checks, the monthly, quarterly, annual ones, they must really contribute to the overall health and longevity of all this expensive gear, right? They're about preventing the major failures down the line.
They absolutely do. These checks address, deeper system health, regulatory compliance, and really long-term prevention. They often get overlooked because they aren't daily tasks, but they are incredibly important.
So what falls under monthly?
Okay, for monthly maintenance, you'll do an extended cleaning of the X-ray processor, following the manufacturer's recommendations, usually a deeper clean than just the daily stuff.
Right.
You'll check and clean the plaster trap, that's the filter catching waste from making dental models. Stops your drains getting clogged with plaster and stone.
Ah, yeah. Don't want that plumber bill.
Definitely not.
Right.
And here's a crucial one often overlooked. Check your emergency resuscitation equipment. Make sure it's all there, charged, ready to go if, heaven forbid, it's ever needed. Critical patient safety.
Absolutely critical.
You'll also lubricate things like the joints in the operating lights, the sterilizer door hinges, even the little air-water syringe buttons.
Yeah.
Keeps everything moving smoothly, prevents wear and tear.
Like oiling squeaky hinges?
Exactly. Clean your pan or SEF X-ray screens. Those are for the big panoramic or skull X-rays. Use a proper screen cleaner to keep the images clear. And here's a significant safety note. Using heat-resistant PPE gloves, maybe face shield, you need to check the sterilizer safety valve while it's under pressure.
Whoa, under pressure.
Yeah. This confirms the valve will release pressure correctly if it builds too high. It's a check to prevent a potentially dangerous malfunction, like an explosion.
Yikes. Okay, very careful check then.
Very careful. Also, check the sterilizer doors plumb level and square for a tight seal. And don't forget the air-water filters in the junction box, ensuring clean air and water to your handpieces.
That is a lot of depth for monthly.
Okay, what about the less frequent but still vital checks, quarterly and annually?
Right. Moving to quarterly maintenance, you'll check the filters again for both the compressor and central vacuum. Check the compressor oil level if it's an oil-lubricated model.
Seems like filters are a recurring theme.
They really are. Vital components. It's also crucial quarterly to inspect all the tubing on the delivery systems, nitrous lines, vacuum lines, and check the handpiece gaskets or the coupler O-rings for wear.
Those little rubber rings. Yeah. Seemingly small, but if they wear out, you get air or water leaks, which kills your efficiency.
Gotcha.
Also quarterly. Clean the model trimmer when you drain its lines. That's the machine for grinding plaster models. Lubricate the drivetrain on DEDX processors if you have one. Check the hydraulic fluid level in the patient chair.
To keep it moving smoothly.
Smoothly and safely, yeah. And a really important safety check here. Test your smoke alarms. Simple, but so easily forgotten.
Sure. Okay. And then the big one, annually.
Yep, finally, the annual requirements. These are often about really comprehensive checks, replacements, and compliance, sometimes involving outside professionals.
Okay.
This typically includes changing the sterilizer door gasket entirely, the bellows, that's another flexible seal, and the fill filters. It's like a full overhaul of those key sealing parts.
Preventative replacement.
Exactly. You'll also change the oil in the compressor if it's oil lubricated, get your fire extinguishers inspected professionally, and have your X-ray equipment inspected for safety, calibration, radiation checks, usually required by regulations.
Right, the compliance piece.
Absolutely. And critically for compliance and staff safety. Conduct your annual OSHA training and review all emergency procedures with the whole staff. Everyone needs to know their role in a crisis. That's invaluable.
No doubt about it. You know, what's fascinating hearing all this is that it's clearly not just about ticking off a checklist, is it? It's about developing a true awareness, a certain mindset around maintenance. It's about being proactive.
Precisely. You nailed it. It really starts with just being observant. Always note if any piece of equipment starts exhibiting unusual behavior.
Like what?
Like loud or abnormal noises it didn't make before, or maybe an unusual appearance, discoloration, anything that seems off. That's often your first sign of an impending issue.
The early warning system.
Exactly. Catching it early can stop a small problem turning into a major, expensive breakdown. If you hear the compressor making a weird new noise or an X-ray image looks fuzzy when it shouldn't, that's your signal to investigate before it becomes a crisis.
Makes total sense. It's like listening to your car engine.
It is. And documentation is key, too. Keep all your owner's manuals and the manufacturer's recommendations somewhere safe and accessible. It's basically your operational Bible for each machine.
Good advice.
And remember to actually consult those manuals and check with your local authorities, too. Some things, like maybe how often you have to do spore tests, might have different frequency requirements in your specific area due to local regulations.
Right, regs can vary.
They can. Also, just be aware of seasonal stuff, extremes of heat, cold, humidity. Think about how those might affect certain equipment. High humidity, for instance, can sometimes mess with airlines or even sterilizer performance.
Huh. Never thought about humidity affecting things like that.
It can, yeah.
So this really raises an important question. How often do we truly think about what happens when those core systems actually fail? I mean, are there common pitfalls or areas where offices sometimes, maybe unintentionally, cut corners with these checks?
That's a great point. You know, it's easy to just assume everything will keep running smoothly forever, but that's why having critical spares on hand is so incredibly important.
There's like?
Well, definitely light bulbs. Operating lights, curing lights. A burnt-out bulb literally stops treatment mid-procedure.
Yeah, total showstopper.
Right. Filters, again, air lines, water lines, replacement screens or traps for the central vacuum. Fuses for chairs, sterilizers, processors. You blow a fuse, you're stuck.
Right.
Hydraulic fluid if you have hydraulic chairs. Compressor oil if yours uses it. Just having these things on a shelf can save you days of downtime waiting for a part to arrive.
Being prepared.
Exactly. And finally, always have a backup plan. Especially for critical equipment failure, think compressor, vacuum, sterilizer. Those are the absolute lifeblood of the practice.
What kind of backup plan?
Well, even having a smaller, maybe portable secondary unit that you could temporarily swap in can keep your office limping along, at least partially running, rather than completely shut down.
Ah, like a mini sterilizer.
Yeah, exactly. A small portable sterilizer could get you through a couple of days if your main autoclave suddenly dies. It's all about preparedness, not panic, when something inevitably breaks.
What an incredible deep dive this has been. It really, it shines a light on the sheer detail and diligence needed to maintain complex dental equipment. From those daily ins and outs to strategic annual planning and even thinking about emergency preparedness, it's so much more than just wiping things down.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And this organized, proactive approach,
Right.
it doesn't just ensure the longevity of really expensive equipment, protecting that investment.
Yeah.
It also directly impacts the continuous safety of your patients and the overall efficiency of the practice.
Right.
It really is about preventing problems before they start, making sure you can provide smooth, uninterrupted care, proactive care over reactive repair, always.
Indeed. Well said. So maybe as you, our listener, go about your day, perhaps consider the most complex system in your own life. Maybe it's your home, maybe a cherished hobby, maybe even your own personal well-being. Yep. What monthly or quarterly maintenance check are you perhaps overlooking that, if you actually implemented it, could prevent a future breakdown or maybe uncover a hidden vulnerability? Something to think about, isn't it?